Hello, today I'm going to be teaching you a free tutorial on Amazing Grace in the key of B. But I'm going to add a little bonus in here just to inform you of some things that you can do that will help your ear. So let's begin. I'm going to show you something in the key of C. In the key of C, you have 8 keys, which makes an octave. If you can keep this in your mind, this will help you to learn how to play a song in any key. If you learn how to play the major scales within an octave for any scale, then you'll be able to play any song in any key. So in this example, the Amazing Grace is pretty much a 1-4-5 progression. So when I say a 1-4-5 progression, what I'm basically telling you is to play a major chord in that scale range, that whatever major scale that is in that scale range. So in this octave here, the C octave, the major scales are the C major. If you go to a D, it's going to be a D major. If you go to the third, it's going to be an E major. If you go to your fourth, it's an F major. If you go to your five, it's a G major. If you go to your six, it's a major. If you go to your seven, it's a B major. If you go to the C, you're back to your one. All right. So in the song Amazing Grace, it's pretty much a one, which is a C major, to a four, which is a F major, and a G, which is a five major. This is also what you would use in the song like, Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. So pretty much a lot of songs use the 1-4-5 movement. You know, a lot of times you just don't know that's what they're doing. And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll invert the keys. So that's the bonus that I want to add in there. So when you think of Amazing Grace and what I'm going to show you in the key of B, just keep that in mind so that way if you want to play it in the key of C, D sharp, or E flat, or whatever, you'll be able to mirror what I've shown you in the key of B and move it to whatever key you want to learn it in. Okay, um, so let's break down the how those 3 chords work. So Amazing Grace, that's your 1. How sweet, that's your 4, F major. The sound, back to your 1. That saved a wretch like me. Then you go to your 5. I was, back to your 1, lost, but now to your 4. I'm found. I was blind, but now I'm blind, but then to your 5, I see. So that's pretty much the movement. See that? Doesn't matter where you take it. So if you're in the key of C sharp, same thing. Amazing grace. Alright, to your 4, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch. To your 5, like me. If you went to your D, Amazing grace. Your 4 is going to be a G. So, Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch. Then you go to your A. So, if you know your majors, if you study your major or find your major scale in whatever that number sequence is, you'll be able to play that song in any key. It doesn't matter. If you're in the key of G, same scenario. G, Amazing grace. Your G is your 1. How sweet. Your C is your 4. The sound that saved a wretch. And then your 5th is going to be your D major. See? All right, so now that we got that all taken care of, let's go ahead and let me show you my rendition of it. I had to do this with a worship band that I go out with, occasionally do charity work for our canned goods for to fill the pantries of churches that feed the hungry and the homeless. So I had to do it in the key of B. So since I was doing it in the key of B, I'll share it. So Amazing Grace. I'm just going to show you some things that you can add in here. How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, right, so let's show those movements. That gives you a little bit of character to the song, and it's not just your 1, 4, 5. So first note is a B major, F sharp, B, and E flat to a B7, which is your what is that? A, B, and E flat. So remember what I told you about the major scale here. B major, this is your major scale. So basically what I did was I took the regular B and I inverted it. And inversion is pretty much when you take a chord either at the end and move it to your 1. So in this case here, I took my 5th and moved it here. Still the same chord, just played differently. So if I was doing that in the key of C, my 5th actually play here. Amazing grace. So that chord there, the 7th chord, how do we find the 7th chord? So in the key of C, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so C major, that is your 7th right there. And how you can remember your 7th is you look 1 key over and that's your 7th. But what I'm doing here is in the inverted chord, I'm playing the half step of the 7th. So this is a 7th here and I'm playing the half step of the 7th. So that would be a 7th right there, C7, because I'm taking the half step. If I play the whole 7th, then it's a C major 7 chord, which is your 1, 3, 5, and 7 key. But I take the half step, move it a half step. So in this case here, what I'm doing is because I'm playing my C inverted, I'm taking the 7, which is here, and I'm playing it here. So this is a C7 chord. Just want to educate you. And another bonus that I'd like to add before we go through the final tutorial here. If you don't know this already, this is a good way to know. Understand your number in sequence. So if you know 1, 3, 5 makes a triad or a major chord, your 1, 3, and 5 in that scale. It doesn't matter where you play it, it's going to be a major chord. If you take your 3rd and move it a half step, this direction, becomes a minor. Doesn't matter where you play it. If I'm playing F major, F sharp major, and I take my 3rd, move it a half step, this is a F sharp minor. If I'm in the D, I take my 3rd, move it a half step, that's a D minor. So we're just going to stay in C so you can understand it's a C, move it a half step, that's a C minor. Move it forward a whole step, that's C sus 4. Take your 5th, move it a half step forward, that's C augmented. Take your 5th and your 3rd, move it a half step up this way, it becomes a C diminished chord, right? If you add your 6 in there while holding your 3 and your 5 up, this becomes a C diminished 7. Even though the 7th key is here, what you think of is if you think of your 6 while in the augment, it becomes a C diminished 7, right? Now, this is a C minor 7. How do we know it's a C minor 7? Well, we know that a C and your 3rd move into a flat. So just think of flats when you're thinking of moving up. So basically a 3rd flatted is a minor. So and a 7th flatted is a minor 7. So this is a C minor 7 flat 5. That's why they call it flat. If I played all of them, that'd be a C major chord because these are all major keys. Alright, so I hope I've helped you there. So alright, let's go back to the song. So B major, F sharp, B, E flat, to your B, stay on your B with an A, B, E flat. This is a B7. Gave you a little theory so you can understand that. Then you can walk it in, D flat, D, E flat. When you get to your E flat, you're going to do an E augmented chord. And you're going to go to an E with a B sus 4 chord inverted. That's B, E, F sharp, and B. Then you're going to go to an F diminished 7 chord, which is F, A flat, B, and D. You're going to go to the F sharp with a inverted F sharp, which is C sharp, F sharp, B flat. When you walk it down to your G, so notice everything is going a half step here. This is going to be a C sharp diminished 7, that's C sharp, E, G, and B flat with a G in the bass. to an A flat minor 7. So that's A flat with F sharp, B, and E flat. So basically, a B over A flat, or A flat over B, however you want to call it. Then you go to like Mi, and then when you do like Mi, that's gonna be your 5, right? And with your 5, you're playing an inverted F sharp, which is B flat, D flat, F sharp. You can add this little filler over here, which is an E over F sharp, to give it a little, something. And then you go back to the top. Same movement. And then when you get here to the F augmented, the second time around, you sustain it here for a second. And then what you want to do is you want to go up to your F sharp, but you're going to do an inverted B, which is E flat, F sharp, B. Then you're going to do an E flat minor over F sharp, so you're still sustaining the F sharp note while sustaining the F sharp note. You're going to do this is a B diminish, so that's E, B flat, D flat. This is inverted, okay? And I'm adding the 7th as a flat inverted, and this makes the B minor 7 flat 5 chord. You don't have to do that, but you can add that in there while adding F sharp, and then you resolve it on the B. So if you were playing this, it would sound like this. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. See there, found. You want to hold it there, and then you want to add this in here to fill it in. B flat, A flat. But now, what line, right? But now, that's an E flat minor over F sharp. That I is gonna be, like I said, the B diminish with your A flat note. I see. That's it. Now, one of the things that you can add in there if you want to is you can do a walk down like that, which is an A flat, G, F sharp, and F. So where would that come in if you're doing Amazing Grace? How sweet the sound, how sweet the sound that saved, that saved a wretch like me. But if you want to add that in there, so basically what that is, you're going to take your B major and pretty much take your root key, which is F, and move it a half step down while doing your A flat, G, F sharp, and F. That's all you're doing there. Right? Alright, so that's it. That's all I have for you. You're doing it in the key of C, same thing applies. So amazing grace, that's 7th there. That is your augmented right there, your E augmented. Remember what I told you? You take your original key, which is E major. You take your 5th, move it a half step over. That makes that an augmented chord. I inverted the augmented, so it's here. So, amazing grace, how sweet. Then you go to your 4, which is your F major chord. See that? But anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. Hope that I've given you enough to be dangerous on the song.